All right, we're back. Likutei, Hashachar, we are holding Vice if Ein Test 79. What's the difference between the students of Avraham Avinu and the students of wicked Bilam? You know, everybody is like you're wondering, you know, like what's the what do you mean? What's the difference between one is a tzaddik, one is a rasha? You know, it's like the story of the two Indians, and they're going to the bar, riding to the bar, and they're tying their steeds to outside. You know, so we're going to come out, and we're going to say, like, we're going to be drunk, so how do we know which horse is which? One says, you know, yours is taller than mine by a couple of inches. He says, well, what if it digs a little bit down, you know, and he bends down? He says, well, your horse has a longer tail than mine. I said, well, it's only a cousin. You know, it chops off the tails. So the first one said, you know something, listen, yours the white horse, mine is the black one. You know, that's what, you know, what's the difference in Avraham Avinu and Bilam Rasha? There's also the big question of why do you ask what's the difference between the Talmidim of Avraham Avinu and the Talmidim of Bilam Rasha? Why don't you ask flat out what's the difference between Avraham Avinu and Bilam Rasha? Why ask what's the Talmidim? He says like this. Now, you know, according to what we said before, it's a little bit understood. Because in the beginning, first of all, he said the difference between the Talmidim of Avinu. Shemidatom Ein Toivo, the Midah is a good eye, you know, the Faginyan. The other version have the Ruach Nemucha, you know, and the Nefesh Shvala, you know, they are haughty and they're humble. They are not hell-bent after jealousy and taiva and honor, which are all included in these things. Ein toivo, you know, ein toivo forgiving yenim, you know, the hefech hakina, you know, it's the opposite of jealousy. You know, she'ein or the kanes chaverin is, you know, you don't look at things with a jaundiced eye, you know, to be jealous of your friend. Nefesh follow, you know, and a low nefesh. You know, this is the opposite of the Taivas Niyuf. Shubchenas nefesh lechova shel Bilam. Bilam was exactly the opposite. He had this garrulous nefesh, you know, to enjoy himself and chulik. As Chazal said, shayo nafsha lechova, that his nefesh was big. He wanted to fill up his house with gold and silver, to be a billionaire. And humbleness, you know, the hepech relifas kavod is the opposite of chasing, you know, a pride and honor, which is gerach ruach gavoah, which is, you know, this haughty spirit. And all these good midas, shemklulim mikol tuv, that you know, that encase in them all the good midas, all this can be found in the Talmidim of Avraham Avinu. Exactly the opposite is what typifies the Talmidim of Bilam Arosha. You know, a bad eye, jaundiced eye, and a greedy nefesh, and so on. That they are chasing jealousy and taiva and covet. And then the Tana is asking, you know, what's the difference between them? How can you tell which is which? What is, and not only this, but he's wondering, like, what is the straight and narrow path that a person should choose for himself? We see, you know, that as far as what happens to them in their lives, you know, the adventures, the mishaps, whatever it is that these go through their lives, these go through their lives. I mean, from the outside, it doesn't look like it's much different. Because these, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, does with them whatever it is that they want. And all those that want exactly the opposite of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then Hashem Yisborach, gives them, to fulfill whatever it is they're looking for. And it is said, Tehillim ki ata omol v'chas tabit, because you will seek, robbery and anger. That says, Biyadecha, to give in your hands. As Rashi said, then the bread falls in the hole in the ground. You can't find it, you don't know. You don't know which way to go. These end up the same way as these ones. These reach what they want the very same way that these reach what they want. That's where the Tana finished. It's very, very difficult to ascertain what the truth is. That's one of the cardinal rules. Victory cannot stand the truth. Why not win? The truth only, comes in the way. What do you mean? Whatever it is they will tell them, a clear truth, they will turn everything to their own fake truth. The difference is at the end. It's himself they get this world and the Yash in the next world. They finish Hashem Yirachem. And he says like this, כי גם בעולם הזה הכל רואים, כי רק מי שיש לו אמונה חייב חיים אמיתיים. Even in this world, you see only those who have real emuna. His life in this world is a true life. אבל מי שאין לו אמונה, whoever it is that doesn't have אמונה, הוא בבחינת תלמיד של בינה בראשו. He is like תלמיד of בינה בראשו. And his life is not a life בכלל. Even in this world. That's like Rabbeinu says, it's a pure maisis. And like you can hear when you speak to them, they admit first be'atzmam, they're totally unhappy. But they have this svars, being unhappy for artists, it's a prerequisite. Because, suffering gives art depth. So there's so they sacrifice themselves on the altar of art. Art for art's sake. Like that's the religion. It's a shtiyot. They also admit that the main life is the אמונה הקדושה. מכל שכן, המשמעות בעולם הבא, שאז בוודאי הכל יראו את החילוק וההבדל שביניהם. Everybody will see, of course, the difference between the two. Because he said in Malachi, ושבתם וראיתם בין צדיק לראשם. And then you'll do tshuva and you will see between the tzaddik and the Rosham, ben Ovid Elokim, Asher Lo Avado. The one who serves the Kadosh Baruch Hu when compared to those who do not serve him. וזה גם כמה שאמרו חז"ל, אור אלו מעשיהם של רשעות. Light, these are the deeds of the tzaddikim. I'm sorry. אור אלו מעשיהם של צדיקים. חושך אלו מעשיהם של רשעות. And darkness, these are the deeds of the Rishon. ועדיין איני יודע באיזה מהם הוא חופץ. And I still do not know which one HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants. Talmud lo imo, for it is said, you know what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants. Vayar Elokim es ha'or kitoi. Hashem saw the light, for it is good. In other words, the Rishonim, they turn choshech le'or ve'or le'choshech. They switch it. Sheker la'emes, ve'emes la'sheker. A lie into truth and truth into lie. Until you cannot know which way the HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants. Should go up to Har HaBayis or not to go up to Har HaBayis. To go after money, to forget them terribly, to open high-tech companies, or to leave it all in all these things. People don't do. They're very confused. They don't know anything anymore. לכן נאמר לזזר וירא אלוקים לסעור כי טוב, הקדוש ברוך הוא saw the light for it is good. Chazal said, שרוע לקדוש ברוך הוא saw שאין העולם כדאי להשתמש בו. הקדוש ברוך הוא saw the light is good. And it's so precious, the entire world is not worthy of using that light. All of the guns are the tzaddikim also know. Because Baruch concealed that light, he stored it for the tzaddikim for the future. היינו מי שחופץ אלא באיזה דרך המעשה, באיזה דרך מעשה השם יסבור החופץ. Anyone who wants to know what is the way that the Kadosh Baruch Hu wants you to follow, יזכור לצדיקי אמס, come close to tzadikei emes. כי אצלם נגנז האור, by them the light is concealed. the good light, וילך בדרכיהם, and you follow in that path. להסתכל באוידוי והצרפה, take a look from when you are born until the end. מבחרוסי עד זקנוסי, from the time that you're a kid until the time you're going to be an old man. על תכליסה נצחי. All the time look on what's going to be the tachlis. What is about the tachlis? What is your eternal reason for being? ואז ידע אמס, then you'll know the truth. באיזה מהם חפץ השם יסבור. Then you'll know which one הקדוש ברוך הוא wants. ואין בסנהדרין, and look in מסכת סנהדרין, the Gemara, פרק 4 מיסוס, דף סמכין, מאמר חז"ל, the Tanya, he says, the one who uses, who uses dead spirits to communicate with dead spirits. That one that, that would fast and reach this kind of mental, whatever it is, and communicate with the dead. כשהרבי עקיבא מגיע למקרה הזה, היה בוחר, רבי עקיבא used to come to this place, he would cry. ומה מריב עצמו, what somebody who hungers himself. כדי שתישור עליו רוח תומה, שור עליו רוח תומה. He hungers himself so that the spirit of tuma should rest on him. Mariv עצמו שתישור עליו רוח טהור, somebody who fasts, so the ruach tahor should rest upon him. על אחד כמה וכמה, how much more so? אבל מה אעשה שבנושאנו גרמו לנו? What can I do? But what can we do that our sins has caused all this to us? שנאמר, אבוסיכם היו מבדילים ביניכם לבין אלוקיכם. Your Averis became a separating wall between you and your God. Amar Rava, Ibao tzadiki, and Rava said, if tzadikim wanted, listen to this, Boru Amar, they could create the world. They could create the world. Shenemar, Avosechem hayu mavdilim. It's only your Averis that limits your koyach. Other than that, tzadikim could create the world. And the Gemara says, Rova Boru Gavo. Rova created a man. Rova created the golem. He created a man. Rabbi Chanan Rabbi Shaya Vayatre. And it says there was some other websites, Perish Rashi, about tzadikim. If the tzadikim wanted, liyos nikim mikol ofi, they wanted to be clean from any avera, havu bara alma, they would create a world. If there wouldn't have any averas, in kind of though, there's no difference. Kol ze shayach li'ilmai sembala kabirim. All this story is neigea to the Maisa of Balak Bilam that we write about Koyach HaMechira, and look over there in depth. ובפרק הנחנוק עם מיסר, רבי יוסי גלילי אומר, הגיע התורה לסעודת השלום כרחוב. Rabbi Yosef Glili said that the Torah understood the deepest intention of Avodah Zarah. That's why, that's why the Kodesh Baruch Hu said to us, that Kodesh Baruch Hu gave koyach to every Avodah Zarah, to actually poil in this world and to achieve in this world. שאפילו מעמיד לך חומה באמצע הרקיע, even if Baal Avodah Zarah, takes the moon, takes the sun when it rises or when it sets and puts it in the middle of the sky, don't listen to him. As he says, The Torah gave him Shala to the Avodah Zarah. In other words, if you'll see that Novi, that he rules, he does what he wants, he spoils what he wants, he does miracle. He gave you a sign and a miracle. All this is shaykh to this inyan. How much the koyach of choice reaches. ויהיה מסכת עבודה זו, מה שכתוב שיהיה מה ששאל, והשיב לו קיבל את בני השויטי וכו' וכו' וכו'. There's also another issue that is included in this particular Indian of why do they ask what's the difference between the Talmidim of Bilam, of Avram Avinu, Talmid of Bilam, and not what's the difference between Avram Avinu and Bilam. And I've also said that many times by the Rebbe you can't tell the difference. They both sing very long periods, and you go, whatever it is, and they like that. But they look the same. They look the same. Avraham Avinu and Bilam Aroshan both look like, the Dalai Lama, the Dalai Kacha, whatever it is. Everybody takes him to be this great humanitarian and a spiritual person and really positive, whatever it is. So Avodah Zarah, he's a big kahuna of probably the last Avodah Zarah left on earth. Yeah, but the real Avodah Zarah, the Christianity is Avodah Zarah also, but it's a little b'shituf, it's like they put the Kodesh Baruch Hu also into the picture a little bit, the Dalai Lama, Machshimo is Avodah Zarah. That's the Pope of the real, true, unadulterated Avodah Zarah left in this world. That's it. Everybody else is just a light. They have Tao, they have this, they have that, whatever it is. These are all just Pachim Ktanim. He's the real Makor. He's gentle, he's genteel, he's this, he's that. It's like a better, Buddhism is like a gentle, all-inclusive, enlightened, and so Avodah Zarah. Avodah Zarah. Ad kan Siman Ein Tes. We continue.